Please be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is the case of Peterson versus Peterson.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Mr. Peterson, just 1 month ago, your world came crumbling down when your wife, Mrs. Peterson, revealed she had been keeping a secret, that your 22-year-old daughter, LaJoya Jackson, may not be your biological daughter. Is that correct?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Mrs. Peterson, you admit that 22 years ago, during the window of conception, you had sex with another man, Mr. Beckham, but you want to prove today in court that Mr. Peterson is Ms. Jackson's father.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Peterson, explain to the court what happened just a month ago.
I work third shift, so I'm not at home a lot, but I came home, went to sleep, got up the next morning, not expecting anything out of the ordinary. My daughter, LaJoya, and her mother, my wife, Latia, they were outside talking, and I got up to go outside to say good morning, and before I could say anything, I heard LaJoya say, "What? Milton might not be my dad?" I looked at my wife and I said, "What is she talking about?" And she ignored me. I asked her again. She kind of teared up and she walked off. I didn't want to start an argument or a confrontation, so I just went on back in the house and waited for her to calm down. But she finally told me about 2 days later that there was somebody in the past.
And Ms. Peterson, do you remember this conversation?
Yes, Your Honor.
And those were the words you uttered to your daughter, that Mr. Peterson may not be her biological father?
Yes, they are, Your Honor.
So up until this point, Mr. Peterson, you had no doubt that LaJoya was your daughter?
None at all whatsoever. We have so much in common. I never, ever would have thought that this would be going on. Never.
And you and Mrs. Peterson, you've been together for how long? 23 years?
Yes.
And married for 13 of those years?
Yes.
So this is a long-standing relationship?
Yes.
And you never knew?
No.
You've kept this secret this long, Ms. Peterson?
Yes, Your Honor.
Why?
I didn't want to harm my family or break what I built.
When we first got together, I thought she was a virgin. I asked her about past relationships. She told me that they were not sexually active, but she did have other boyfriends before me. So that's why I'm where I'm at now.
And that's why you had no question?
Right.
But in fact, you were not a virgin when you met him, Ms. Peterson?
No, I wasn't, Your Honor.
So, LaJoya, when you first heard this news, what were you thinking?
I've had some suspicion for almost a year now. We were out of state, we just moved here, and a guy just randomly came up to my door and was like, "Oh, your mom told me where you live at. I'm your father. I went to jail and your mom said another guy was your father because she didn't want nobody not to be there for you." When I first came to my mom about it, she was like, "Oh, that's an old friend of mine, but he's like not right in the head. He's funny. I don't know why he says that or whatever." She kind of brushed it off, but I said it in front of my father, Mr. Peterson. I said it in front of him, but she was like kind of trying to quiet it off, like, "Don't talk about it right now, you know?"
How did it happen that just a month ago you revisited this situation with your mother?
A month ago, I was previously in court because I had a similar situation with my child's father. With my boyfriend, I lied and told him that he was not the father, but I didn't like having that between us, and I came clean to him. So then I confronted my mother, which is the conversation that my father, Mr. Peterson, walked in on, and asked her, "Do you want to just go and do it so that, you know, just for my clarity, because I'm feeling some type of way about it, you know?" And she had never admitted that there was a possibility of one guy being my father, potentially being my father. And then I found out there were multiple guys that could possibly be my father.
Wow. So, Mrs. Peterson, this now, I'm sure, has affected your marriage.
Yes, it has, Your Honor.
Because you told LaJoya there were multiple men that could be her father.
Your Honor, we barely have a family anymore. And when it started from us daily arguing, to them not speaking at all, to my mother sleeping in the car in the driveway. she ended up getting so sick from sleeping out in the rain, and it just got so bad. It's like, we don't even talk anymore.
You don't talk to your father or your mother?
None of us. It's like we don't exist to each other. It's not as much as I'm mad at him, it's as much that I'm hurt to look at him every day. He doesn't eat. He goes days without sleeping, and like that hurts me, you know? I know that it's not my fault, but I still feel so involved just for the simple fact that I don't want to see him like that.
Wow, you're right, sweetheart. It is not your fault. But I can imagine how it feels to see the man you love as your father going through this. Mr. Peterson, this hurts.
A lot.
I can see.
A lot. I try very hard to stay around and be there, especially for the grandkids, because my grandparents were there for me, and I want to be that same type of example to them. And they call me grandpa, and every time I see them, I love you, and run up to me and give me a hug, and that touches me. And I lost my grandfather not too long ago. So while I'm still young, I want to be there for them.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. Mrs. Peterson, would you have ever said anything if this man had not approached her a year ago? Had you planned to take this secret to your grave?
Yeah, she did. She did, Your Honor. It just feels so weird knowing that it's a potential that somebody else could be my father, because I never thought that this could happen to me. Never thought. I never used to think as a child like, oh, this might not be my dad. I just wake up and be like, oh, Dad, make me some cereal. Not, oh, this might not be my dad. And now if he feels as if he can't take this and I'm not his child, he can walk away at any moment. And he has no ties or connections to me or my children if he's not my father.
All these years, everything's been perfect up until a couple of months ago, or it's just been arguing back and forth like we don't even know who each other are anymore. I feel like I'm in a whole nother place, but my body is over here. I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
Mrs. Peterson, you say if there could be multiple men that are her father, that means during the window of conception, around the time she was conceived, you were with different men. How were you able to pull that off and be in a committed relationship with Mr. Peterson?
I was very young. I knew better, but I didn't think about the consequences before I did things. I go to parties and drink and everything like that and then go home with people.
You were young, so he wouldn't necessarily think you were missing. You were just at a party. You just went to a party.
Right.
He wasn't thinking you were having sex with people after the party.
Correct.
So the other man that's in court today is Mr. Beckham. Can you explain the nature of your relationship with him?
We partied together, we drank together, we had sex a couple times.
And he potentially could be LaJoya's biological father.
Yes.
Along with the other 12 men, right?
Yes.
The number is 12?
No, that's not the exact number, but more and more men just keep coming out the woodworks.
Mrs. Peterson, Mr. Beckham, the other possible father, did you ever tell him you were pregnant and he could potentially be the father?
No, I didn't, Your Honor.
All right, I think it's time we meet Mr. Beckham. LaJoya, please go stand with your father. And Jerome, will you please escort Mr. Beckham into the courtroom, please? Thank you for joining us today, sir.
How are you?
We are getting down to the bottom of this paternity situation as it relates to LaJoya Jackson. When did you find out that you could potentially be her biological father?
I found out like about 2 weeks ago. She contacted me through Facebook. And basically she had told me once before that, you know, she could have been pregnant or whatever. So, but I don't move. I moved away. But basically, you know, we had met at a party. You know, we was drinking. And, you know, there was a lot going on.
But drinking mean that you couldn't have been the father.
Right, but exactly.
Why didn't you try to pursue and seeing what was going on?
Well, basically at the time, I was young. I was scared. And, you know, I really just wasn't ready to be a father at that time.
So when you grew up, why didn't you try to contact her like, oh, let me see what she did with the child or anything? Like, that's a straight deadbeat move right there. Like,
Yeah, I basically...
I might have a child in this world, but I don't care. I'm just gonna go on, move away, whole out of state, 1,000,000 miles away, and not even see if the child is mine.
Did Mrs. Peterson say to you, I'm pregnant and you're the father?
Yeah, somewhat like that. She said it. I could be the father.
You could be.
Yeah.
Mrs. Peterson, you testified that you did not tell him you were pregnant.
I didn't.
So is he remembering the story wrong?
Yes, Your Honor.
So he's remembering it wrong or you're remembering it wrong? Because to me, neither one of y'all got y'all story straight. I just want to know
Neither
what
one of us are the
For
same
real.
person we were.
Yeah, how you gonna-
Hold on, I want to hear your testimony. What are you saying, Mrs. Peterson?
I said that we're not liars. Neither one of us are the person that we were.
I mean, I know you
And
grew
I've
up
been your
since
mother
before
every day
then.
since then.
You have been my mother, but you've been lying to me about who my father is for 22 years. Every day when I gotta wake up and see that y'all arguing, you sleeping in the car, and this guy right here just sitting there looking like, oh, this doesn't affect his life, and you ruining my family. And you don't care. Oh, we was drinking, we was having a party, but you don't care. Because at the end of the night, you're going to go home to your family. You probably got a family. I don't know because I never saw you a day in my life because you never tried to contact me.
It's my first time ever seeing you a day in my life.
Right, and it looks like you don't care.
I mean, I do care. I want to find out if I am your father. I really do. That's why I'm here. Because if I am your father, then I'm going to step up and do what I'm supposed to do for you. You know, it's not my fault that me and your mom was young and we were kids, you know, and basically my family moved away. And so therefore, that's how I really lost contact. But small world though, we all here together, so today we're gonna find out. And I really do wanna know. I'm sorry for, you know, not being there if I am your father. I really apologize for that. But we're gonna find out today, LaJoya, because I really wanna know.
Ms. Peterson, when you see your daughter in this much pain, do you regret not telling her sooner?
Yes. This is not what I meant to happen.
Mr. Peterson, I know this hurts because LaJoya is your only child with Mrs. Peterson.
She's our only child.
And so if she's not your biological child, this relationship you've had for all of these years,
It's gonna break my heart. If she's not mine, it's like I said, I feel like I wasted a lot of time. Now I gotta start all over again because I would like to have a family of my own if she's not my daughter. I don't wanna leave from her family, but I would like to have me a family.
are you saying that if you are not LaJoya's biological father,
I'm gone.
you are going to get a divorce? You're going to pursue a divorce?
I'm gone. I hurt her, she hurt me. That's not what love is about. I got to go if she's not mine.
I think it's time for the results. Jerome? Sure. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Peterson versus Peterson, when it comes to 22-year-old LaJoya Jackson, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Beckham, you are not her father. Do you want to watch Paternity Court on TV? Go to paternitycourt.tv to find your local listings. In the case of Peterson versus Peterson, when it comes to 22-year-old LaJoya Jackson, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Peterson, you are not her father.
Oh my God. Are you serious? Really, Mom? Every time, though. Like, I came and asked you, just tell me before we go, do you know? Oh, I know he's the father. I know. I thought you knew, Mom. I thought you knew.
I'm sorry. I did think he was your father, or I wouldn't be here.
I'm so very sorry, LaJoya. I'm so very sorry. I know how much you all wanted a different result.
Yep.
I walked out of here with no father, Your Honor. Nobody. I don't have nothing now.
I'm still gonna be here. I ain't going nowhere.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
No.
Please. I'll find him.
I don't want to keep going through this.
He's still your family.
But we not family.
That's fine. She's still my daughter.
You right about that?
It's my mistake. I will do what I can. I will fix this.
You gonna fix me too?
Miss Peterson, is it one man in particular you truly believe is her biological father after getting the results from Mr. Beckham and the results from Mr. Peterson? There is another man.
Yes.
You know where he is.
Yes.
That's a start. You guys now have to start working through this. I know, Mr. Peterson, you say you're not going to be able to continue on in the marriage. I want you to just take a moment, take a breath, and think about it. You all have invested a lot of time together, and you're worth that.
Yeah.
I wish you the very best of luck, all of you.
Thank you.
Court is adjourned. Jerome, can you please bring LaJoya up for me?